doctors. Laura Marsh.
Come on, sleepyhead.
Would you like to bring her through?
Thank you.
Afternoon surgery starts at 4, not 4:15.
Yeah, well aware.
I've got patients waiting, Michelle.
I'm on it.
Is there a particular reason why
No, Mr. Murray, do you want to come through?
Here we go. Thought we could get through at least one day without all this.
Did you? So you're feeling tired most of the time, not much energy, and doing simple things wears you out.
Simple.
Going upstairs, making your bed.
Chance would be a fine thing.
But you're sleeping okay.
Laura, can we also include away with the fairies in her symptoms?
Is that real?
Yes.
Why is it here?
I'm interested in archaeology.
Like graveyards and stuff?
That's right. When did you first notice the change in Laura?
A few weeks, but it's the summer holidays. I mean, any other kid her age would be bouncing off the wall, but she's just not interested. And what do you think could be wrong?
In the absence of any other physical symptoms, it's difficult to say.
I've been wondering what to do. It's such a change in her. I mean, should I be worried? Is there anything practical?
We could run some tests. I could take some blood if Laura doesn't mind. Don't worry, it won't hurt. I've done this lots of times.
Just make an appointment on your way out to get the dressing checked.
Thank you.
There, see, just a little scratch, like Dr. Hassan said.
Is there anything worrying you, Laura? School, tests?
No,
What about the new term?
it's fine. What happens to that?
Get sent to a lab for testing.
All of it?
Is this about your dad?
I told you that, no.
My husband's serving in Afghanistan, which is always a bit of a worry.
It's understandable.
Because he's in a safe position.
And he'll be home soon, I know.
Children of the Beltane. It's one of my favourites. I must have read it when I was about your age.
Vera Pym's our neighbour.
Really?
If you mean Mrs. Bardock, then you've been listening to the wrong school friends.
She is. Vera Pym's not her real name.
That's right, she uses a pen name.
Well, perhaps. When will you get the results?
In a few days, I'll give you a call. Until then, I'd try looking at Laura's bedtime routine if she's still waking up tired.
Starting with an earlier time.
It's not fair.
Well, life really is.
I'll see you out.
Thank you, Dr. Hassan.
You love the attention. Who wouldn't?
Well, I'm not saying I don't, but...
Oh, come on. Next stop, Breakfast TV. You've been 2-minute sound bites on tanning booths and mental health issues.
Let me write you a prescription for some new jokes. No, I'm just, I'm finding my feet. I'm getting to grips with the technology.
Boys and their toys.
And there are the perks.
Oh, yeah? What, get your own parking space?
I wouldn't call her that.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, producer.
Come on.
Michelle, 3 of your patients are backed up in reception.
Yep, well aware.
Well, then maybe the coffee can wait, and not the patients.
Well, I could do both. You just get off my back.
Right, my office before you go tonight, please.
Not before time.
But when can we?
Look, I am not going back tonight, and that's an end to it.
Someone might take it.
Well, I'll ring the surgery and get Dr. Hassan to leave you the book at reception, OK? Oh, Mrs. Bardog, funny, we were just talking about you.
The bins. The cats were in them last night.
Sorry?
I hope they didn't wake you.
No.
For your little girl. If she likes reading. They're suitable for her age.
Well, that's really kind of you, thank you. Well, say thank you, Laura.
Thanks.
Horrid Mr. Crow. You know, she's got it into her head that that's you, you're Vera Pym. She's reading, what is it, Children of the...
Beltane.
That's it. Only she's left it at the doctor's, which was clever.
Good day.
Bye-bye. Thank you. That was nice of her, wasn't it, Laura? Laura?
I'm just saying that I think it comes across really well. I mean, I know you had your reservations.
You could say that.
Yeah, he did a good job the other day. He sounds capable and intelligent, doesn't he, Daniel?
Jimmy, yeah, absolutely.
He's not overconfident, and the radio stations say the ratings are going up.
Well, as long as his ego doesn't.
Jimmy's not like that.
No, spends at least one evening a week reading to the blind and the odd afternoon helping old ladies with their shopping. Just to keep himself grounded, of course.
Yeah, well, shame others don't follow his example.
That was a joke.
You know, after everything that Jimmy's done for you, I think you could be more charitable in your opinions.
Well, I didn't mean to...
No. You don't really deserve people being kind to you, do you?
What you looking for?
The necklace you and Dad gave me for my birthday.
With the cross on it? That won't be in there. When did you last have it?
Before we moved.
In other words, it could be anywhere. Are you worried about your dad?
I told you.
If it's keeping you awake at night, I don't want it to. Everything's all right. Okay? Don't do that. It'll start bleeding again.
Why haven't we heard from him lately?
Like I said, one of the other wives said the phone lines had been down or something, and no phone lines means no phone, no email.
Oh.
But they were getting ready to move, so any day now. See you in 5 minutes.
Well, I think we both know what this is about, and we both know it can't go on.
Can I not just be having an off day?
Yeah, you could, but this has been going on longer than a day. Now, would you mind telling me exactly what Ruth is doing, in your opinion?
She doesn't have to do anything. She just is.
Well, that's hardly a defence for your attitude.
Can we just leave it? I'm dealing with it in my own way.
Then you'll have to find another way, because it clearly isn't working.
So that's it.
What?
Your problem, Michelle. Deal with it or else.
I didn't say that.
As good as. I mean, how unfair is that? The amount of time and patience you've shown that psycho. I have one off patch and I'm holding here like some naughty schoolgirl.
Then stop acting like one.
I want her sacked. I'm saying she can't be trusted.
You simply cannot make a demand like that.
It's not just about me. You're always going on about the reputation of the practice.
Ruth is fine to work. She's been declared fit.
You don't get it, do you? She's starting all over again. She's already got a clause into you and Lily, and now I've seen her making a move on Zara.
Now you're clutching at straws.
Am I? Look me in the eye and tell me you haven't looked at the newly improved Ruth and had your doubts.
OK, that's enough.
You have, haven't you? And you ask why I can't stand working with her.
This is your problem, not hers, and I will not have you undermine what she's achieved.
My problem.
Well, she's moved on. You clearly can't. OK, Michelle, I'm going to give you 3 choices. 1, you take time off and you calm down. 2, you work at the campus. Or 3, you get counselling.
Counselling? For me? No way.
Ruth stays. Non-negotiable. Is that clear?
Excuse me. This might sound odd, but your neighbour mentioned that this might be you.
And you came to find out?
No, I would... Well, yes. Actually, she was my favourite author. Or you were.
Wrong, Mr. Marshall.
Are you sure? I went by the address.
He lives with his brother.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. It's nearly the end of the day.
You doing anything after? Fancy a drink at the Icon?
Who's going? I'm not sure I fancy an evening of Dr. Greasy Granger sleazing his way around a bar.
Well, I thought you and me.
Oh, thanks, but I'm not really in the market for new girly friends. Let's just keep it professional, yes?
Oh, great, just great. Oi, lean on that again, yeah? And you'll be wearing it.
Just get out the way.
Who died and made you king of the road?
What's up with you?
Nothing, I'm just too sober.
Right. Get in, I'm buying.
Your books were a big influence on me when I was growing up. I don't know how many times I read Children of the Beltane and Horrid Mr. Crow.
Did they scare you? Did you like being scared?
Well, it was more than that. Good didn't always triumph in your stories, which was much closer to my experience of life than anything else I was reading back then. Your books were a better preparation for the real world.
Here.
That's Mr. Crow. Only a lot scarier.
That's why I didn't get used. Too frightening.
That's a shame.
These are some of the characters from Children of the Beltane.
I can't believe I'm seeing these.
The Smog Demon. The Tooth Fairy. Was it the little girl next door who told you about me? She's been watching the house. I did wonder. The local children used to dare each other to knock at my door and run away. Pity.
Pity.
Children are my most honest critics. And I haven't published for a long time. I miss that communication, that connection. I used to be Vera Pym for them at book signings. I wore a wig and exotic witchy jewellery. And I signed their books using a bone-shaped pen.
And now?
The world has moved on and left me behind. A strange woman trying to talk to children in the street.
Yes.
Right, that is it. I am out of here. I will see you tomorrow.
Actually, may I pick your brains for a minute?
What am I these days, the resident oracle? Go on.
Well, I was listening to this other radio show.
Traitor.
It was some woman's thing. They were talking about the premature menopause.
Right.
I'd not heard of it before. Sounds quite serious.
Well, it can be.
I was just curious. Wondered if you could give me some background.
Better?
Oh, shut up and pour. It's like everyone's acting like it all never happened.
I'm amazed at how Ruth's clawed her way back from how she was.
Claude, that's a good choice of word.
Yeah, but it's like honeymoon's over. Come on, let's get back to normal.
Yeah, but she's not back to normal though, is she? Everyone thinks she is. Anyway, how can it ever go back to the way it was?
You can't go back.
Right. I now declare this bar a Ruth-free zone. I'm sick of her creeping into every part of my life.
I will drink to that.
Cheers. So, Danny G, what's going on with you? How come you're nursing a wine glass?
Well, you know the usual. How I managed to make such a mess of my life.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like trying to be a better person just makes things worse.
Like how?
Pick a topic. Money, friends, being a dad, being a good GP.
Oh, come on, you're not that bad. Right, look. Here's to us. The survivors. It's just everyone else getting it wrong.
Yeah.
You didn't have to go out of your way. Thanks. She really sulked when she realised she'd left it behind.
You're on my way home.
Can I ask you something? Do you think Laura's suffering from anxiety and that's why she's not sleeping properly?
Well, it could be the case, and if the blood tests rule out any physical problems, that's what I'd be looking at next.
Only I think it could be my fault. I've had no word from my husband for a while, and I keep telling Laura everything's okay.
Even though you're not sure it is.
And if it was anything serious, the regiment would be in touch, but it doesn't stop me worrying.
And you think Laura senses this?
Oh, I used to hear from him every week, but lately, well, who wouldn't be anxious?
Who are we really talking about here?
Well, Laura, of course.
Well, it could be something else, but there's only one sure way to find out.
Laura, can you come down now, please? Dr. Hassan is here. I've been trying to convince her that everything's okay. Only I haven't. I've been trying to convince myself.
Well, it's natural to be concerned.
Dr. Hassan brought your book back. Wasn't that kind of her?
Laura, do you believe you're living next door to a vampire?
Oh, wait. You're telling me she's cut off all your access to Izzy? Again?
Yeah, I've got no one to blame but myself for that.
Oh, that really sucks.
Trying to tell myself it's just bad timing. Then things seem okay, and bam, something goes wrong. It's usually in front of Lisa, or she finds out somehow.
Because she's such a brilliant parent.
She is, actually. I can't fault her on that.
Okay, convenient forgetting that she abandoned your daughter in the middle of the meal reception, left the country, no word of when she'd be back, didn't even care about what was going to happen to Izzy.
She was going through a rough patch. Her dad had just died.
So did mine. Didn't see me dumping my responsibilities on someone and then just legging it.
It's different.
Face it, Daniel. She's a fair weather parent. No better at looking after Izzy than you are.
Only she holds all the cards where our daughter's concerned.
It changed once, can change again. You just gotta deal yourself another hand.
Yeah.
You've been leaving the house at night to spy on Mrs. Bardock.
I had to protect us.
You worked out the anagram of her pen name. That was very clever.
Dad always says know your enemy. It's what keeps you alive.
Enemy? Vampire? Anagram? What is going on? If I had known this stupid book would have such an influence...
It's not stupid.
Leaving the house at night? Anything could have happened to you.
She comes out at night. She does creepy things. I have to stay awake.
These nighttime vigils might seem silly.
Might.
Sometimes fantasy scary is just an outlet for the things that really scare us, things that make us feel helpless.
Well, look, I see what you're getting at, but this has gone too far.
Laura can't do anything about her father being in Afghanistan, but she can have some control over a fantasy, which in turn means she can control her fears. It's like a safety valve.
So you don't really believe all this?
I do.
Though perhaps it has got out of hand. Laura, you need your sleep.
Don't listen to her. She's lying.
Laura!
I saw you coming from her house.
There's no such thing as vampires.
There are. They wear black and they take your blood and they watch you. Look at her.
Laura, come back!
This one must have had a hole in it. Another one of these, please. In my time, thank you, not yours.
That was pretty macho.
You think? Well, I'm good for one thing then. Can't be a good dad or a good GP, but I can always get served.
Yeah, because of that brooding thing you do. Oh, come on, don't play innocent. Babies, Barbies and Barmen, they all go for it, but I see you.
Ah, nonsense.
You work so hard at trying to make all that charm seem easy, and it hides what a nice guy you are underneath it all.
It's official, she's drunk.
No, I'm not as thin as you drunk I am.
What?
I mean, not as drunk as you... Oh, I need the loo.
Open it, please.
Right. You can just apologise for what you said to Dr. Hassan. She's come here to help you.
I've spoken to your neighbour. You were right.
See?
She told me she'd like to get to know you.
It's a trap. She's in on it.
That's enough.
Laura, all of this not sleeping is making you ill.
What did you do with my blood?
Oh, this again. Could you prescribe something for her to sleep, perhaps?
I won't take it.
You will, young lady.
Okay, this isn't helping.
What were you talking about down here?
You, if you must know. And how worried we are about you.
No, I don't believe you.
I've had enough of this.
Are you under her spell now? You could do anything to meet her bidding and then go and tell Dad some stupid story about what happened.
Stop it!
It's extreme fatigue that's causing this behaviour. Laura, you need to rest.
No, you won't get me like this. If I kill the head vampire, I can still save you. It's not too late. It said so in the book.
Not again. Come back! Laura, come back!
I must! I know what you are. Keep away from us.
Laura!
Dad. Daddy.
Tony! I'm so worried.
But we haven't even started into kitty chats yet. Excuse me.
No more.
Are you such a lightweight, Daniel?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, Daniel. Promise I'll still respect you in the morning.
No, it's not right. We're work colleagues.
Well, that's ever such a before. Didn't stop your roof all the way to bed and you through the next morning.
Yeah, and look what happened there.
Yeah, you drove her mad. Just not in the right way.
Yeah, and what happened was because we were drunk.
Hello. 4 bottles of wine and still standing. Even better when I'm lying down. Come on, Daniel. Look, no rings on fingers. Not trying to be Izzy's stepmom, just the end of a perfect night with a fit fella. You'll sleep with anyone?
No.
Why?
Because you're wasted. And I don't fancy you. Sorry.
I'm so sorry about all the aggro this evening.
I was having a clear out. I used to wear it at book signings. It afforded me a certain anonymity. It must have been very worrying for you not knowing where your husband was.
Tony and his men lost contact with their command post. And when he did get back, he had to go through a lengthy debriefing. Then a nightmare journey back to the UK and another debriefing when they landed.
A lot of security involved. I can imagine.
Everything has to be done to the letter. Everyone's behaviour accounted for, which is only right when you think about it.
Still, they could have given you some indication.
One of his friends was killed. They don't release information until the next of kin have been fully informed.
Oh, awful.
Well, you try not to dwell on it, especially in front of Laura. Still, he's home. And when we're settled, why don't you come over? We could get to know each other better, especially Laura.
Thank you. I'd like that.
I should warn you, though, and don't take this personally. She thinks you're a vampire.
Only after dark. Laura must be so excited to have her dad home at last.
You wouldn't believe the change in her.
Get off, it's on your...
Let me help you.
No.
All right. Yes, exactly.
Get off!
Just take care, okay?
Drop dead.
Oh, it's Mr. Oswald.
If the knife had gone into his femoral artery, it could have been fatal.
I'm gonna work before I do something I regret.
Hello. What meeting? I should have told you.
Dr. Sloan is in the firing line when a convicted killer with a personal grudge against Steve threatens revenge in Diagnosis Murder, next on BBC1 Scotland.